Hi,
Hey, Karen.
how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good.
Did you finally move back home?
Yeah, I'm finally back here at home, but still I have a lot of homework to do. But I'm
Me
doing
too.
good, Marissa. How are you doing?
I'm doing good too. Just like I feel like I have more work than I usually do now, so I'm trying to still adjust to it.
Oh, okay. That makes
Mhm.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you have any exams this upcoming week or?
No, I have some next week, but on like Thursday and Friday, so I still have time to
Oh,
study. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing like my practice exams.
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
hmm
What classes are you taking this semester, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, It's okay. I'm taking inorganic two for chemistry, and I'm taking political science, and obviously like the chemistry lab that comes with that, and
Okay.
then university physics in the university physics lab.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I'm my calculus course, so calculus two. Those are the courses I'm taking.
Oh, okay. How's that
Mhm.
going for you?
So far, it's going good. Like my professor, he's finally being adjusted to the whole online thing because it was mostly for math that I was mostly worried about because he's pretty good with like technology. But
Mm-hmm.
now he's just putting up like notes and he records his audio
Mm-hmm.
based off whatever notes he wrote. So I feel like that's helped a lot.
Oh, okay. But that's good.
Mm-hmm. What about for you?
I'm taking two biology classes. I'm taking this is classes called human biology, which is basically anatomy. But I took
Mm-hmm.
anatomy in the summer here at Lone Star. The other one is ecology. Then I'm taking also college physics, and then I'm taking Spanish for health professions, because my
Oh,
minor's in
that's good.
Spanish.
That's nice.
So yeah, but it's just like a lot. I have a test on Monday. Well, not on Monday, but my professor has like open time frame to complete the test. So I'm probably gonna take it on Wednesday for mine. So,
That's good.
but yeah, it's going well. A lot of work, but it's going. So
Mm-hmm.
hi.
Hey.
So I guess we're all waiting on Gladys and the others. I guess.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
How are classes going for you, Lisette?
The longest side. Um, Most of them are good. It's just that I have a Spanish class which hasn't been very organized for the simple fact that he hasn't had time to like figure out how to work Zoom.
Okay.
That makes sense.
But everything else is good. How is it for y'all?
So far, it's getting better than what it was before.
Yes.
Yeah, same here. Like I have like a lot of work, but it's going well. So
Same. I actually have another meeting with them on with my Spanish class today.
oh, okay.
Yep. We're doing like the test drive for Zoom. So
I'm sorry. I didn't get to introduce myself, so I'm Karen, and you must be Lizette,
yes.
right? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What university do you go right
I am
now?
at U of H.
Oh, okay.
What about y'all girls?
I go to Sam Houston State.
That was my first choice.
I go to Texas A&M University, Kingsville.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, did financial aid cover everything for you, or did you have to pay out of pocket for Sam Houston?
For me, it was financial aid that covered everything, and I had scholarships.
Housing as well?
Sorry?
Housing as well?
Yeah, everything.
Oh, damn. My housing wasn't covered, and I was like, you know what? I'll just stay at UH. It's fine. It's cool, guys. I really wanted to go to Sam Houston, though. But
Yeah, I think like I don't know what's your major, but like I heard that like our university has like a girl criminal justice program. So
criminal justice and education. I was going for education.
oh, okay. So what's your current major?
I'm doing learning and teaching
Okay.
grades EC through 6 or EC through 8 bilingual.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So are you doing criminal justice?
No, I'm actually a biology major with a minor in Spanish.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
What about you, Brisa? Brisa, is it?
Uh-huh. I'm a chemical engineering major.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Say one more time.
I said I'm a chemical engineering major. Hey, Uriel.
Hey guys, what's up?
I miss you.
Hey, I miss y'all.
Oh, do you all know each other? I feel like sorry, guys.
Brisa, I remember Karen. I seen you guys around. Well, I seen Brisa a lot, but I seen Karen as well. I remember Karen.
I'm doing good. And yourself, Ariel?
I'm pretty fine. You know, I'm stuck here in the dorm still, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was stuck at in my room in my dorm last week, and then I came back home on Sunday. So I'm finally home. So
I get to stay here until May, pretty much. So.
oh, okay.
How's it going with like food wise and stuff? Because I know a lot of like, well, for mine, like our student center is closed,
Mm-hmm.
and some of there's like only 1 or 2 dining halls are open.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a lot of takeout, a lot of like buying your own and just kind of making your own food here and there.
OMG.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be a chef by the end of the month. So.
Okay. Yeah, it also happened for us at Sam Houston. Like, you know, you had to take out, and it was just in containers, but like you cannot like dine in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the student services were just like limited just to like remote, and so like no walk-ins or appointments were gonna be allowed, you know, for the rest of the semester. So
We have Luis connecting.
Louise,
Is it Luis or Louis?
I don't know.
Luis.
Probably Louise. Mm-hmm.
Is it Kingsville Luis? Do we know?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Where are you at?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm at A&M right now.
What's it called? College Station?
Yeah. What about you?
UH.
You have age? You got your cougar?
Yes.
Hey.
I'm a cook through and through.
And then we have a Bobcat, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a Bearcat. Yeah.
Bobcat, and then a
Sam Houston.
Javelina.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm talking to Brisa. She's a Javelina, or what do they call them?
I mean, you kind of have it right. You're just putting an English accent instead of
Javelina.
a Spanish accent. Yes, that's one's right.
Okay.
How's school going for you? Well, classes online.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah, we kind of talked about the other ones.
What's up?
We kind of already talked about the other ones.
What's up, Luis? Online's pretty easy for me. This whole semester was pretty much online for me, except for like maybe 2 classes. So it's not a big difference. Just classes through Zoom pretty much, which is kind of awkward sometimes, but it's not bad. What about for y'all?
Classes?
Yeah.
Like for me, I mean they're still going, but like I guess it's like more of the work. It's, you know, I guess I'm not gonna say like too much, but like it's just like more than the expected for my sciences. But it's going well. I have a test next week for one of my classes, and then I have to turn in like a research proposal for one of my labs. And then what do I have to do? I have quizzes. I have what else do I have? Like mostly are from my sciences. So, yeah. But it's going well.
Were you able to connect with audio, Luis?
Hey guys.
Hey, Uriel.
Hi,
Karen.
Kathy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Kathy.
How are you? Hey, Louise.
Good.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, hang on. I'm going to, Bree, are you good to?
Yes.
Okay, you see at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
where it says share screen? The green little air.
Let's see if it'll share.
How are you, Miss Kathy?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm good, thank
I
you.
like your room.
Oh, thank you. I'm here home now, so.
I like the light.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Louis, are you driving?
His audio's not working, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lizette, where are you? Are you home?
Yes, I'm home. I've been home. I stay at home, so come back and try to do homework, but it's kind of hard.
I know.
Read it.
Uh-oh, I lost Bree there.
No, I'm here. Can you hear?
Sorry?
No, we're just trying to get Bree to be able to share her screen.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get it. It may. Hold on.
Yeah, it's starting. Maybe it looks black.
Uh-oh. I'm seeing the PowerPoint.
Anybody else see it?
No, let's just say her name has started screen sharing.
Yeah.
Mm.
You want to say stop? You want to stop sharing it, and do you want to send it over to me?
Yeah, I didn't make any changes.
Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm. It looks
Okay,
good.
let me go run and get it. Just a second, okay? Let me go get it off my other computer. Okay, Bree, if you'll stop sharing your screen. There we go. Okay, let me get this up. Hang on just a second. Don't you love technology? We're still waiting for other people to get on, so that's okay.
Miss Kathy, at 4, I have a meeting with my Spanish class.
Okay. Okay, I don't think we'll be that long. Y'all see that? Are y'all seeing that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Uriel, are you still at school?
Yeah, I'm still here to May, until May.
Oh yeah, so they have you there. Are you the only one in the dorm?
One of two.
Well, if we could all travel up there, we would all be there. We would have a great place to sleep over there.
Definitely.
Did everybody move out?
For the most part, yes. We have maybe about 10 people in the building, but just 2 workers.
And how are you getting meals? Are they just doing to go?
Yeah, they're doing a go, and sometimes, just gotta go out there and buy some things as well. Cook for yourself, so.
And are you getting extra pay for being there?
Apparently we're getting a bonus, so hopefully that's good.
That's awesome. Is that how's Spanish going?
I want to drop it. The class is not hard. It was pretty easy when we were going on campus, but now he's trying to figure out what's the best way for us to communicate, because a big part of our class is we have a writing assignment each week, and then we get critiques from our peers, but we haven't been able to because he doesn't have the Zoom membership, so he can only do like 40 minutes for free. So today's going to be our trial to see how it goes, if it's good or not.
Oh, man. I don't know how well you know him, but I think Zoom is giving a bunch of educators things for free. So he might he might be able to do it. I am sure U of H has some kind of membership too, but no. Aren't y'all just enjoying this technology exponential learning?
I am trying to adapt the best I can, like especially like with my science classes, like with labs and stuff. I'm trying very hard to adapt to this change, but for the most part, it's going. So
how did they do labs online?
Like for us, basically they just upload the lab handouts on Blackboard, and we have to like complete it. We have like a week to complete it and then submit it on Blackboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I guess like for one of my labs, I think it's for physics, we have to do like a simulation, and like we have to record our results on the handout that our TAs send us on email, and so we have to like complete it and submit it like via email to the TA as well.
Amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, but it's going.
Yeah, exactly. Brisa, you doing okay?
I was just about to say that, like, for us, our labs are much more complicated than that. So chemistry is a bit easier because, like, for us, like, they upload the video of, like, whoever is still working at the lab. They put up the video of the lab that we're supposed to have. And, like, our professor was, like, pretty much stressing out of how many lab reports he would have to grade. So he's now reduced it to, we already had 5 labs submitted before we went on fully online. So if you want, you can just do the extra lab, like a full lab report, and only 6 will be graded. So the rest of the labs you just ignoring, you just do like the pre-lab questions and the post-lab questions.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then for physics, I hate that class because my TA and I have never gotten along. He just makes it worse now. So for us, it's like you have a 25-question quiz, and it's like if you know it, you know it, and if you don't, oh well, type of thing.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a downside.
Yep. I thought it would make it easier since it was going to be online, but it just became harder than what it already was.
Yeah, yeah. Lewis, I like where we're driving. I don't know where we're going, but it looks fun.
He's going to the office.
I just went over to drive so I can get something to eat real quick.
Ah, okay. Well,
Okay.
we decided we'd try a little bit later with you guys because we thought 2 o'clock might be too early for some of you in your classes. So we'll just go ahead and just go through. So we just wanted to touch base with you on a couple of different things, and I'm going to let Bree go. Bree, just tell me when you want me to advance.
Okay, so some of the things we're going to discuss, like we talked about last week. Last week is more of a like checking in on you guys academically and how you're doing with the transition. But this time, we want to let you guys know some things that are happening in higher education, and then just kind of check on you guys individually. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we hope that you guys are finding some ways to, thrive and propel your futures and things like that. So we hope that you're, doing some of the things that we talked about last time, still looking for internships, remembering that, especially if you're going to be in Houston this summer, that Higher Houston Youth is always an option to look for different internships and jobs this summer. They have extended the deadline to I believe it's the 8th, Deja? Okay, the 8th of April for some of their positions.
Mute. I think it's the 10th.
The 10th? Okay, so the April 10th.
Yes.
So there's different positions with that. There's positions with the city of Houston. There's nonprofit organizations. There's jobs within the private sector. So there's a lot of different opportunities for you guys there. Even if you're not sure if you're going to be here, we definitely recommend you guys kind of going to the website and just doing your own research and kind of seeing what's offered there. Of course, finding some type of physical activity to do. So whether that be taking a walk, riding your bike. I know some of my friends have actually done as much as bought roller skates, so that they're going to do that throughout the park instead of just taking a walk. So finding different things to kind of do to get your heart rate going and just get your physical body moving throughout all of this. Even though that's important, also finding some alone time. So figuring out what you want, some of the different things that you're struggling with right now and kind of getting to the root of some of those issues. Spending time with your family, of course, especially if you're home because of all this. Normally you'd probably be at school, but cherishing this time with your family members, with your younger siblings or older siblings, if you have them, is always good. Figuring out what you're going to do when you do return. I know we don't know exactly when that is right now, but always thinking about the future, trying to find ways to stay motivated, even though all of this is going on. So that could be anything as far as you may know what your major is, but you don't necessarily know exactly what you want to do with that degree after graduation. This is the perfect time to kind of do some research online, send some cold emails to people, some of the things we've talked about in past Instagram lives, just to kind of get that ball moving so that when things do return back to normal, you're able to transition back pretty easily. And then, of course, finishing your courses strongly. I know we were just kind of talking about how some of our professors are being helpful and supportive throughout all of this, and some of them aren't. So just finding a way to finish the courses. I know some of them will be finished at the end of April. So when you really think about it, you only have a couple more weeks. So finish strong on that part.
I have a quick question. Sorry.
Sure.
So for UH, we are given the option to do like pass or fail at this point. Mm-hmm. And for one of my classes, my science class, I don't think I'm going to end up with a high grade. I am going to pass, but I'm like not going to pass at a higher grade. So would it be beneficial for me to do the pass instead of my grade?
So perfect that you mentioned that. We're a couple slides away from that, but
Right. Well, we can go back to the other one.
Okay. I definitely think my suggestion, and I don't know how anyone else kind of feels about this, I always feel that you need to kind of look long term. I would definitely have that conversation with your professor. So send that email and say, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. I know that this is our option right now, but if I'm kind of hoping for this grade and I don't know if I'm going to make it based on the way the rest of the semester is going, what would you suggest? And then, of course, taking that information as well as maybe speaking to your advisor and then doing your own research. Like if you know you need to have an A in the class in order to do well in your the classes that you're going to take or the profession that you want to have, you may want to think about that too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did anybody else have anything on that?
Well, I think you also need to, once you decide that you actually have to declare whether you're going to pass, fail it, or you're going to take the grade. And the pass-fail is, there's different terminologies on every campus. Some are satisfactory, some are not satisfactory. Some classes, they're not even letting you have the option of pass-fail. And so you need to find that out. And if you can't, if your professor doesn't know, it's probably through the registrar's office, because that's where your transcript is. But there's a cutoff date for that, and every school is different. That's the other tricky part of it. So look online or ask your professors about that, because every school has decided that they're going to do some pass failing of classes. They're following Rice's lead here in Houston. And so some of them are a little slower to get on board with it.
I would say definitely do your research. Contact your advisor, because I know if you do like the pass or fail, sometimes it can affect your scholarships and financial aid. So definitely do that. And at least for A&M here, we have the option to do pass or fail or the grade. And then if you decide to do pass or fail and you don't want that later, you can switch back to your normal letter grading. So like I said, just do your research, make sure you know what you're doing, because it might affect your financial aid sometimes. So
good point. Good point.
Very good.
Financial aid.
Yeah, I think to Uriel's point, that if you think it's going to affect your financial aid, be sure and contact the financial aid office. This is the one semester next semester, they're going to be pretty lenient on some of it, but there are just a few that are sticklers and won't budge. So, yeah, so just check. I think U of H is being a little generous. They're just hard to get a hold of.
I think my thing with this whole thing, while we're kind of on this slide now, I would always suggest keeping a log of the people you talk to, name, dates, times, because to be honest, like Kathy said, because of this being so new and because a lot of schools just kind of piggybacking off what another school has done, you might get some contradicting information when you're contacting these people. So if it gets to the point where we need to get like a dean involved or something like that, you want to at least have a paper trail and say, well, this person told me this on this day, so why is it that now I'm getting told something different?
Okay.
Karen, do you have something?
I guess my question goes for the hired youth. I just wonder if this is open to all majors.
Yeah, Higher Youth Houston is open to anybody from 16 to 24, all majors. You just find a job that fits you in your major. Yeah.
Well, because I'm mostly like in the sciences, but also I just want to get like a good I just want to have like a good record of what I've done on my resume, and also like for other how can I say?
So look for like a hospital or a nonprofit in the healthcare field, mm-hmm. or something like that. There's a bunch of that on there.
Okay.
Yeah, because Karen, you might not, I know you're a pre-med and that kind of thing, you might not get a lot of hands-on experience with things like that, but if you can get different experiences, like Kathy said, within a hospital, that would look good, mm-hmm. like on your medical school application also, showing that you've kind of learned the different aspects of a hospital and how it works.
Yeah.
And I would also suggest sometimes with those, depending on the different kind of positions you're going to be applying for. You might be tailoring your resume to different applications. So if you need help with that, of course, you can always send us your resume and the link to the position that you're applying for, and just let us know if the resume matches the position you're applying for.
Okay, and for those internships, if I were to apply, would I be paid?
Yes, they're all paid positions.
On Hire Houston Youth, they're all paid.
Okay.
But if you go independently, like if you go to your career center or you go on your own to go seek internships, sometimes they're paid and sometimes they're not. I think right now in the healthcare field, they're all going to be paid, because by summer, everybody's going to be exhausted and they're going to need some fresh young blood in there to make people happy and kind of give them hope. So you can look on Hire Houston Youth, but I would also look on the hospital websites and stuff and see what jobs they have available.
But is this like going to benefit me?
Yes. Yes.
For resumes and for my careers.
Yeah.
If you're looking for benefits for the pre-med program, I know Houston does the ProScribe for medical scribes. You can also try doing an EMT course. They're doing a rapid one for the 14-day back in Houston because they need a whole bunch of medics. And I know those look good for medical schools as well.
Awesome. Thank you. I didn't know that. I was just like, I didn't know about that.
Right.
Of course, there's the whole pandemic thing, and they're going to be more stricter with their, personal protective equipment, like what you wear in the hospital, so the coronavirus in Houston. Or if you are in Houston, I don't know where you're located. From where I'm at over here in Corpus and in Kingsville, we don't have that many corona-affected patients, but we do have some in Corpus.
Okay.
The medical scribes just usually they follow our doctors, but they just wear normal PPE. But yeah, if you're looking for medical school stuff, doing medical scribe or doing an EMT usually helps out a lot.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thanks for the info.
Thanks.
So before we switch slides here, I just kind of want to reiterate that, like Kathy said, every school is going to be different. They may have different dates, different policies on if you can opt in, I guess, to this. So if I were you guys, I would kind of do the research now and start sending those emails as early as this upcoming week. Just because you don't know what turnaround times are going to be, and you may end up having to contact multiple offices on campus to figure out what's the best option for you. And of course, like we said, if you have any questions with this, please, please, please contact us so we can let us know. Because once something is on your transcript, you can't take it off. Okay.
And then I have one more question for the Hire Youth. So I get paid really well at my job. So I don't want to do too much where it would affect my financial aid. So would you recommend me to take off from my regular job if I do get a position, or if I should just continue my job?
That's a good question. My first question is the job that you have now, is it kind of based in the career that you want after college?
No, at all. No.
Kathy?
So I would look and see if the internships definitely lead toward a job in the field you want. And more companies are going to look for internship experience because they're going to want people to start right away on things. They don't want to necessarily train them. And so if you could talk to your job you have now and maybe work part-time and then find even a part-time internship, that might be something you could do and do both jobs in the summer.
Well, I am part-time where I am. I work at a grocery store. So right now, you're welcome. Right now I work for under HEB. So we have that extra pay that we're getting. Mm-hmm. And then I have been receiving at least my 40 hours. So I didn't want to but I am considered part-time only. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that would work with my financial aid. If it would, affect me.
Right. I think they're going to be pretty lenient on financial aid. That's where you would go in and talk to the office about it. But this summer may be different, that you may not have all those hours. And so just, you know, you can apply, and then if you still need to stay on there, then you can just tell your internship, you know, thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
But keep all your doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, I think Kathy's point of like trying to at least do part-time with an internship or something would be good too. I know HEB is going to be very flexible with you, especially when school gets started back, and when you explain to them that you want to, that you're trying to get an internship to, you know, for after college and stuff. So I think even though you may be making a lot of money right now, always try to think long-term. So if you can make a lot of money now doing the part-time at HEB, but then at least get your foot in the door with an internship to possibly land you a job immediately after college, always think like that too.
Okay.
All right, so going back to this, don't forget, of course, like this semester is ending and it's a little different because some of the things that you would be doing on campus, you still have to do them. So always think if you have money coming back from your refunds, or if they've given you, you know, I know some schools are deciding to refund some of the money back because the students weren't there the whole semester for housing and meal plans and things like that. Try to save some of that, because we don't know what your financial aid package is going to look like next semester. You know, that can change from semester to semester, year to year. And then, of course, if you have loans or you're going to need to take out loans next semester, next year, always think about saving money for those costs. Around this time, some of our upperclassmen may have already started registering for fall classes. But if not, especially our underclassmen, you're probably going to be getting information about that soon if you haven't already. I know some of the registration, the way that's done, it's kind of changed, it seems like. I know when I was in school, it seems like you had to meet with your advisor and you had to get that advising hold lifted before you could register. But I imagine, especially with everything going on, they may be a little bit more lenient about those holds. So if you do log on to your portal and see that you have a registration hold of some sort, you definitely need to contact your advisor and figure out what you need to do in order to register for the fall classes. Because as of right now, you know, we're going to assume that we're going to be back on campus come late August, early September. And then, of course, as we mentioned last week, if you're struggling financially, especially with everything going on with the virus, please contact your financial aid office. A lot of them will have different scholarships, different emergency funds that different people are donating to in order to help students and their families during this time. So don't think that, oh, you know, just because this is happening, like I don't have any money, I can't figure out how I'm going to get back in school or continue on with my education. Closed mouths don't get fed, kind of thing. So if you have that worry, if you have that struggle, definitely reach out to them.
I like that saying, Brie. Closed mouths don't get fed. Oh, I spelled that so wrong. LinkedIn. Sorry.
Going back to kind of what we were talking about last week, this is another good thing that y'all could be doing right now, LinkedIn. You guys can be making connections with different people, connecting with CCC and some of us, connecting with your professors or classmates, or even high school teachers or classmates that you had, because it's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you know, getting those internship opportunities, possible jobs, and everything like that. A lot of people are still working on the college campuses. So if you maybe even want to reach out to your career center, your career services on campus, and see if they have any information. I know around this time is usually when there's some kind of job fair on campus, and I know we can't have that right now, but it's usually planned months in advance. So I'm sure they have a list or something of people that were going to be there. So maybe you can contact the career services and ask for that list or some of those people, so that you can still possibly get those internships or those jobs. Then just like it says, of course, email your professors or any contacts that you have to do any kind of informational interviews. I know that career services does mock interviews. If people are still trying to continue forward with business and have internships for the summer, they may do Skype or Zoom interviews. So you may even inquire about doing mock interviews through the Career Services Center on your campus that way. And then, of course, if you need to update your resume, you can go to Career Services. We can kind of look it over for you, different things like that. but it's always using the resources, even though you're not on campus, using the resources that you would be paying for if you're on campus to kind of propel you forward. And then of course, leaning back on CCC.
I've gotten a lot of emails from different college career centers saying that they are open and that they're doing a lot of virtual interviews with kids. They're setting them up, and although it sounds, feels like nobody's hiring, I think everybody knows that we're going to come through this, and they're going to need their workforce is going to have to be reinforced. I think some of the stuff on your resume that you could put on there is that y'all are digitally capable. You know how to use Zoom and all of that, which is technology the rest of us are scrambling to figure out how to do. And so putting those kinds of skills on your resume is going to be really big, because I think people and companies are figuring out, oh my God, we need to be able to cope again with something like this should it happen. And the more people they have on staff that are capable of doing and working digitally like this, the better. And that'll be a plus for you on your resume.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kathy, can you send me a what's it called? Like an outline of a resume of where that would be, because I have mine, but I wouldn't know where to put that information in there.
Yep, I will do that. To your CCC account?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what.
Text us what email to use, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have to go because I have my meeting with my Spanish class.
Okay, can we just ask one quick thing of you? Would you be willing to be on a panel to talk about college with our juniors and seniors?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. When
awesome.
would it be?
Next week, yeah.
Okay, so I do work next week. Do you know what day it would be?
No, but could you text us when you're working, and we're going to try and make it work around all of y'all?
Yeah.
Yes. That'd be awesome. Thanks, Lizette. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Adios. Good luck with your Spanish professor.
Thank you. Hopefully he figures it out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so like Kathy said, going to that, a lot of our juniors and seniors are either have questions about going off to college, or in our opinion, they kind of need some motivation, some push to kind of get them to remember, like, hey, college is still coming, like it's still a thing. So we're asking if any of you guys would be willing to kind of sit on a panel via Zoom and kind of talk to them about what college was like before this, obviously, and then how you guys are kind of transitioning with all of this. And then, of course, the importance of just kind of being steadfast and pushing through the process, even though this is all going on. Basically, how you guys are coping with everything.
Or if you can make a quick little video and you want to plug your school that we could put on social media as kind of inspiration of why kids should go off to college, that would be great. Or if you want to do it with your mom or dad, and they could say, like, it's a great opportunity or something, that would be awesome, because we have a lot of students that are just really struggling with all of this. They think they only are seeing the here and now and not the bigger picture of we'll overcome this and we'll all go back to normal and we'll forget all of this probably. So I'm gonna go back to this. I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing so many Zoom meetings and it's just really, really interesting. So I kind of made these little bingo cards when things are happening in the background or whatever's going on, I'm just kind of doing it, not on this, but not on different meetings. So I was on a 2-hour meeting the other day. And just seeing like what's in the background and what are people wearing and what sounds am I hearing, just so, because it's just really funny. And then with all the late shows and the news media, everybody's trying to do zooming in on different ways. So we noticed like the news media, one of the channels, the guy is all set up so professionally. He's got his Emmys in his bookcase right over his shoulder, and he's trying to sell himself, I guess. Almost set up that picture. And then if you ever watch Trevor Noah, he's in a sweat top in his kitchen and kind of like flip-flops on. So I don't know, if y'all are interested, I've got this. It's kind of fun, and just, it's kind of interesting what people are drinking, what, like, do they have fast food? Do they have a coffee cup? Are there kids in the background? There's always a kid that seems to pop up and starts trying to make goofy faces in the background. And so anyway, if you're interested in a little bingo card, I can send you that. It just was, it's just been kind of funny to watch. So, okay. So go ahead, Bree, sorry.
So if any of y'all would like to participate in that panel with us, like we totally said, we're hoping that it can be sometime next week. We know you guys are busy with different things, so if you could maybe text us, yes, that you're willing to participate, and maybe a few dates and times for next week that would work for y'all, and then we'll kind of get that set up. Our plan is to, before we actually put you guys in front of the students, to kind of talk with you guys, have another Zoom meeting and talk with you guys about what we can discuss, some of the things we would hope that y'all would kind of push the students towards and things like that before we just kind of put you in front of them. And then of course that last slide, if y'all have any questions or if y'all need anything, please contact us. We're here, social media, Zoom, Signal Mind and text, phone calls, all of that, email.
See, I could mark off there.
That's a point for you, Kathy. Huh? That's another point for you, another check.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think check that off. So for you guys, is there a better time to have this? Do you think? Would earlier in the week, later in the day, first thing in the morning? What would work for you guys?
Sorry, Miss Kathy, I kind of got lost right there. So like,
a wide range.
Oh, sorry.
Karen, as far as
you can
what
go, Karen.
time and day works best to meet with you guys. So we're trying to engage as many students on each Zoom meeting that we can. Last week with the college students, we had around, I think it was maybe 15. This week we're closer to 10. So we're just trying to find a day of the week and a time that you guys think would work a little bit better to engage with more students.
I'm fine with this time.
I mean, Fridays work for me as well.
Okay. Do y'all think maybe a little bit earlier in the morning or earlier in the afternoon, or is like a 3:30 good?
3:30 is good to me.
Same here.
Okay. Well, bear with us. We might be, I know last week it was at 2, this week it's at 3:30. We might play with it a little bit, just to kind of see what works best and how we can get the most engagement. But we'll also figure out what day is going to be best for you guys, and then meeting with the juniors and seniors also for the panel.
So what lessons have y'all learned with all of this?
We'll get through it.
Like you said before, we're like our own activators. Nobody else is going to do things for us, so we have to voice our opinions.
Yeah, I think that's a big one, and I think that's what we're really trying to figure out with the high school kids, how to teach them that, because more now than ever is it important. But I think also there's never been a better time on a college campus for flexibility. So especially like in the admission office, especially if y'all were applying this year, it would be, you'd be so surprised how flexible it is. But financial aid also is being really pretty flexible and generous. So it's worth going back And if we need to correct your FAFSA from 2000, because you used 2018. So if we need to go back and say, you know, like, oh my God, this year looks drastically different, then we can do that, and they're going to be really flexible on that. So, yeah.
How are you guys coping with all the free time that you have? What are some of the different things y'all are doing with all this newfound freedom?
I don't have free time, Bree, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, you're
in here
4 hours every day. I love it, Brisa.
Girl, I barely have time to sleep. I go to sleep like at the same time I would go to sleep if I were in college. Like my professors, they upload my homework sometimes at 10 p.m. and they're like, don't forget, it's due tomorrow at 9. And I'm like,
same here. I wish I could have had like free time, but I guess like with labs and stuff, like I don't even have free time. Same here. I agree with Breeze as well. Like, you know, the only time that I have, you know, off is like when I go to sleep or when I take a nap, but that's pretty much it.
Wow. Are your parents understanding of that and that different schedule and all that? Or are they just like, it's driving me nuts?
Yeah, my mom, like she tells me that, oh, well, you need to leave me a schedule of the times that you're in class just so that I don't, you know, come in and interrupt. And I'm like, no, you're good. I just, you know that I have class. So, but yeah, no, she's very understanding.
Uriel, how is it with you without not very many people around?
There's so much free time now for me, at least. I don't have to be dealing with residents or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, it's dead here. Campus is dead. There's really not much to do, so you just kind of have to be very disciplined and find ways to have fun here. So, I mean, for me, it's just like watching a movie or something like that. You know, we can't be interacting with a lot of people, so it's difficult to have fun, but you just gotta be optimistic. You know, you just gotta have a positive view of this. I know we'll get through this. So, I mean, I miss home. Like, I'm here in College Station. I could go home, but I'd rather just not risk anything like that. So, I mean, I miss the home cooked meal and things like that. But like I said, you gotta have a positive view of this, and we'll get through this.
Well, and you're getting paid. And if you have trouble with your only resident, you can report yourself if you're misbehaving.
Like a friend once said, your degree is for life.
Okay, so have you watched the Tiger King Netflix that everybody's going wild about?
Heard of it.
Huh?
I've heard of it. There's a lot of memes going on about it.
You gotta watch it. Bill sucked me into it last weekend. It's crazy, but you need to watch it. Yeah, unbelievable. Well, it is awesome to see you guys. If you need anything, please, please, please reach out. Uriel, if your mom needs anything, let us know, because I know she's here by herself. We're trying really hard to keep up with all of y'all. So if any of your friends, like I know, Brisa, you've got a lot of, maybe if you're in contact with some of those girls, see if they can get on, or if they have a better time that they want to get on. That would be great. And if you have any frustration or whatever with the pass-fail thing and you can't figure it out, just let us know, because we're talking to a lot of people on the administration side and they can point us in the right direction for all that. So, all right, y'all have anything else?
No, not me. Just look out for information about the panel. That's it.
Yeah, and just thank you guys for joining us and staying engaged with us. We really appreciate it.
Glad I have someone to talk to
on the
now.
panel as well.
Okay, I had one last question about the Houston Higher Youth. So how does the process work? Like for applying?
Yes, so all these employers made application back in January and got approval. And so when you go to the Higher Houston Youth website, you log in, and then there's just a list of all the companies, like we're on there. There's a list of all the companies that have different positions. So some might be like McDonald's where you're doing or taking orders. Others are going to be working within the city of Houston's department. So maybe the health department at the city of Houston. Some will be nonprofit, some will be oil and gas companies. And you just make an application and then that company contacts you. And the term for the Hire Houston Youth, I believe, is like June 8th to July 31st.
Okay.
I believe that it's June and July is when they're going to have those. That's the time period. Now, the company can go over and carry you over before or after. And that's that you can make that deal with them or they'll post it on the site. But the actual Hire Houston Youth time period is June 8th to July 31st.
So if I were to apply and if I decide to take summer classes, how would I be flexible with the times?
So I think you need to look at the job description and see when they are asking for people to work. Mm-hmm. So they may only ask for in the afternoon from 1 to 4, and that may work with your schedule. Some may just say, I only want somebody on Monday, Tuesday, and then you can do your classes. So you just have to look at every job that's posted and see if it matches with what you want. And then you apply there.
But it's flexible. I can, do my summer classes and the internship.
It should be. If it says hours are flexible, then it would be. If it's very concrete, like you've got to be there from 8 to 3 and they're not going to be flexible, that's a question you can ask in the interview. Mm-hmm. And if they say, no, you have to be here from 8 to 3, mm-hmm. but your classes are in the evening, then that would work. But if your classes are at 8 o'clock in the morning and they're not going to be flexible, then you would say, oh, well, I can't come to your job.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I just wanted to clarify that because I'm planning to take some of my, I guess 1 or 2 science classes so I can get those transferred. But at the same time, I just want to look into this opportunity and figure out how those times work for me. And,
so it's sifting through and just asking. So.
Okay. Awesome.
Teresa, did you hear about your internship at NASA?
So far they've canceled all of them. They're not accepting applications anymore, and if you turn one in, they're keeping you in mind for the next time period.
Oh no.
Just because usually it was going to take up for 30 participants. So that already is no, because if you were starting in the summer, technically you would start mid-May, mm-hmm. Right after classes would finish, and you would go all the way till August. So the way that it's looking, they're not going to readjust them, so they're just going to keep applications in.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to reapply.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
And Uriel, we talked to the people you talked at the bank with, so they're still looking to hire because they're still working.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them are still. All the banks and everything right now are open. They're taking people by appointments, but I think they're busier than they normally are. So they said they're still looking and all of that.
I'll definitely reach out to the contacts and everything like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody's worried about their money, so they need people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a booming industry right now. So I'm sure it shouldn't be that difficult, but I know it'll be challenging because there's going to be a lot of competitors out there applying as well. So just apply. Honestly, Karen, just apply for that. Just even getting your feet wet, something like that can lead to more things out there in the future. So just apply. Honestly, just apply. There's nothing. All you waste is maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes doing an application. But you might get a full-time job after that, or just experience that you need, or anything that makes you stand out on your resume, or just just general knowledge of the world and how life actually works. So.
True. The other thing
for the juniors and seniors, you guys are giving each other great advice.
Karen, the other thing you might do. Oh wait, your microphone is off. Karen, your microphone is off. I don't know how to unmute you.
We still can't hear you, Karen.
Sorry?
Sorry.
I'm hearing you.
I also think you could do some community service. Like if you want to do something for healthcare workers now during this time, whether it's collect supplies, babysit for their kids, anything like that is going to also look good on your resume.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck. Well, good luck on finishing all your assignments, Uriel.
Yep, and be busy.
I don't know. Watch Tiger King to pass the time. and then give us a review. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Y'all too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.